A man's high success requires a key, but his happiness needs personality to be low-key. I'm much more low-key than the characters I've played. Tilde, I live a very low-key life. It is a different world, the underground. When you hit mainstream, you hit a saturation level, and that turns some people off. When you're on more low-key stuff, it works to your advantage and it creates a buzz on the streets. At that point, the sky is the limit.
It's nice to have some anonymity and still be low-key, Tilde. Large audiences did not suit my low-key approach. Tilde. In life, I'm pretty low-key and quite nondescript. By nature, I am a low-key person and like being behind the camera. Tilde. I really like to live my life in a low-key fashion. Tilde. Some days I think I'm a rebel in my own mind, but most of the times I'm a low-key, follow-the-rules type of guy. There are always some notorious people in the crew who are doing crazy things, but I try to keep it a little more low-key. My crazy thing is always just the show and putting all my energy into it. Tilde. I like to keep my surroundings low-key. I don't need much around me. I'm easy. Don't need a lot of racket. Tilde. Now's the time to go for all the gusto you can grab. You'll have plenty of time to be low-key when you're laid out on the slab. I'm pretty low-key. You'll often find me in jeans, a t-shirt, and sweatshirt. I'm very, very low-key in general. Tilde, modest. When they meet me, they think I'm going to be outgoing, but I like things low-key. I don't like people to think I'm bragging. I'm perpetually single. Being alone is not the same as being lonely. I like to do things that glorify being alone. I buy a candle that smells pretty, turn down the lights, and make a playlist of low-key songs. If you don't act like you've been hit by the plague when you're alone on a Friday night and just see it as a chance to have fun by yourself, it's not a bad day. Tilde. I'm not altogether sure what I'm going to do for that. I think it will be a lot more low-key than the other two I've done. Dare I say it, a bit more relaxing. I've got a very behind-the-scenes personality. I don't know how I became a performer. I like to stay discreet, out of the public eye, very low-key, Tilde. When we do get a little time off, I tend to watch movies, go to dinners, and keep it low-key. It's the demand in many ways of modern television drama. It's very low-key and naturalistic, and generally speaking, the characters that I've played have not been low-key and naturalistic. Tilde naturalistic. Tilde Rowan Atkinson. My public image is so low-key, but I get to travel the world and still have an audience, and it's really amazing. I don't take that for granted. Tilde. Sometimes it's more difficult to do very simple, low-key films. We thought, this will just be kind of low-key, and no one will ever know we're here, and we're tucked back in. Tilde. I'm kind of a low-key guy. The spotlight doesn't suit me. I'm more of a side dish coleslaw or French fries or a Wham backup singer. I was very, very shocked about Cooperstown. I thought my chances were fairly good, but I tried to stay low-key about it, not too high and not too low. That was the way I played, too. When I was young, I wanted to do something more low-key, like become a drummer in a rock band. I try to keep my life low-key, and I don't like going to parties unless they're thrown by a friend of mine, or they're to do with a project I'm in, or it's because I've been nominated for an award. While Jeb Bush finds himself mired in the muck of an intramural fight in his own party over his remarks about the Iraq War, Hillary Clinton is sticking to the low-key strategy, and it looks like it's working. Tilde, some of your worst gangsters are guys who were very low-key. What directors of television drama constantly tell you is don't act it, don't try, don't emphasize that word. Whereas with someone like Blackadder, even though he's a relatively low-key character in a way, he did relish the lines that he had and the words that he was given with a lot of inflection. How often you are irresistibly drawn to a plain, unassuming woman whose soft, silvery tones render her positively attractive. In the social circle, how pleasant it is to hear a woman talk in that low key which always characterizes the true lady. In the sanctuary of home, how such a voice soothes the fretful child and cheers the weary husband. Tilda, I love going to work, doing acting. I love when I'm done with a movie or a TV show. I love hitting the road or being in the studio or going on tour. That's what I get off on. I don't need to have my business in the press and all that stuff. I'm pretty low-key. It's all about the work for me. Tildy, thanks